One of those resources mentioned in the video is that we are a Research One institution and that we have lots of different renovated lab spaces. So in the spirit of that, I'm going to go ahead and pop over to one of our renovated lab spaces to talk a little bit more about the undergraduate research experience here at UIC. So Justin and Polash, if you want to go ahead and get started.
All right, great. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate the heads up. And we are here today actually filming live from one of our renovated biological sciences teaching laboratories. And I'm fortunate enough to be here with one of our great student leaders here at UIC, Polash, who's going to talk a little bit about, first of all, why he decided to choose UIC and what attracted him to pursue coming to UIC to study the sciences.
All right, thank you so much, Justin. Hello, everybody. It's so good to see everybody here on Saturday morning and so many participants. I'm very excited for this. So my name is Polash and I'm a senior here at UIC. I'm majoring in biological sciences and I'm doing a minor in chemistry, and I will be graduating in the next couple of months, and I'm very excited about it, but also sad that I will be leaving UIC very soon.
Great. So Polash, we're here. A big part of students being in the sciences are the hands-on types of experiences that our students want to gain. So today we're going to talk a little bit about more of the experiential side of things and undergraduate research, right? We're talking about UIC is a premier Research One university, which means we are at the highest level of any American university in terms of our faculty discovering new knowledge. Our most important thing is to get our undergraduates to be involved in that process. So can you talk a little bit about how you yourself got involved in undergraduate research and why you thought that would be a really good opportunity for you here at UIC?
Definitely. So when I was in high school, I had already decided that I wanted to do a major in biology. And that is why choosing a college for my education was much more easier for me, because I knew that I wanted to go into a college which focused primarily on research. And UIC, as you mentioned, does focus a lot on research, and especially undergraduate research, which is not, very common in majority of the universities. So when I decided that I want to do research, this was definitely one of my top choices. And then I will talk about how to get research once you're new to college. I know once you're a freshman, there are a lot of questions, and you question yourself that, hey, I am a freshman. Am I even, will I even be considered for working with masters and PhD students? So to answer that, definitely yes, because as I said, UIC focuses and wants its undergraduate community to be part of, researches, and most of the classes you're going to take do encourage you to be part of labs and take up on research. So one of the main things you have to do is build a good reputation and, a good relationship with your faculty and your mentors and your professors to stand out to them. And you have to show that you are interested in doing research and you're interested in their work. And just when you're in your classes, you can go up to them and talk to them. Before that, what you could do is go on the URE, which is the Undergraduate Research Experiences website. And it has all the research going on, listed all the research going on at UIC right now. And you might want to take a look at that. That's what I did. And then I was fortunate enough to get a couple of opportunities in my freshman and sophomore year, and I can talk more about that.
Yeah, you want to talk about some of maybe the research experiences that you've had at UIC and the faculty you've been able to work with, and maybe what you've actually learned from some of those experiences.
Definitely. So I worked with Professor Robert Paul Malchow. That was in my sophomore year, my first semester of sophomore year. And I definitely would encourage everybody to take up research once in their undergraduate years. That is simply because research allows you to, pursue your interest, and it definitely polishes your leadership skills, your team working skills, and it just gives you the hands-on experience of the theoretical, knowledge which you get in class. It just gives you a practical approach, and especially at UIC, uh, we are more, focused on peer review, working in a team, getting feedback from not only your faculty, but your peers. And I can show you later that how the labs in UIC are, built in such a way that you are, encouraged to work in a team and get feedback from different people and your students, because UIC, similar to the city of Chicago, has a very diverse community. So you get feedback and opinions from all different kinds of people, and it just helps you build as a as a student and get experience. And most of you will eventually go into graduate school, so it definitely helps you to understand how research works and build good relations with your professors, because you will need those letter of recommendations later on, and the experience definitely matters.
Great. And then you've expanded on some of your undergraduate research experience, and you even used that to turn into an internship opportunity. Can you talk a little bit about how you've also connected with our LAS career development resources?
Definitely. So the College of LAS has all the kinds of, resources for students like myself, and especially freshman year students. So I was fortunate enough to attend one of the LAS career workshops where they talked about how to get an internship, especially once, when you have been at UIC for a couple of years, you have the experience now, how to reach out to people, build connections, do networking. So I was fortunate enough to get an internship at the University of Chicago, all thanks to the LAS careers office. And I did some research there in the lab as well. And definitely my research experiences at UIC, working under Professor Malchow, helped me thrive there. It was a wonderful experience, meeting so many different kind of people, and yeah.
And so again, when we use these terms, again, undergraduate research, can you give us just like a sample of like what would be an activity that you undertook as an undergraduate research assistant?
So there are all kinds of the labs at UIC are, very well equipped. They have all the kinds of equipments and the resources you need in a lab. I was working in gel electrophoresis. That's it's a method to work with DNA and segregate the DNA. To be honest, I wasn't very sure if I was able to do that because I was too young, and I did not have any prior research experience before coming to UIC. But my professor and the principal investigator in my lab, they made the transition in the lab so smooth, and I was, I never felt that this is my first time working. And also the PhD students I was working with, they just made me so comfortable and helped me throughout. And I can maybe now I have spent like a couple of years in the lab, and hopefully I will see some of you guys in my lab next year, and I can probably be your mentor, just like how I was mentored.
That's great. I mean, again, right, when you're coming into a university, you just really want to make sure that people are going to be welcoming and help you to learn the ropes that they have undertaken themselves.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. UIC has all the kinds of resources, especially for undergraduate students, transfer students who are new to UIC, to make the transition from high school or from a different college smooth. It's upon us how we, make use of the resources. So definitely, I would encourage everybody, once you are here on campus, be aware of what UIC has to offer and make sure that you use it, because people are here to help you at every step. It's just you have to reach out, ask questions, and make most of all the resources that are available to you.
Great. And Palash, so again, most of our students today that are joining us are incoming to UIC. What is, I guess, a tip that you might want to offer them of how to really make the most of their UIC academic experience?
As I said, it's very, very, vital to have a very good relationship with your professors, to know them personally, for them to know you, and for you to know them. So the lectures tend to be a little, more with a bigger community, but the discussion sections are a little more, they're smaller, so you get more individual attention, and that is the time for you to make an impact and make an impression. You're supposed to ask them questions. Do not hesitate to ask any questions. and just reach out. You have to know everybody is here to help you. And if you're part of research, you will understand how important it is to, balance your college life with your academic life, your social life, because the 4 years you're going to spend here are going to be the years you're going to remember for the rest of your life. So it is very, very important that not only like you enjoy here, and the people here are there to make that happen. So you have to be willing to take help from them. And once you do that, once you're able to, balance your work life and your social life and your academic life, if you do your assignments on time, try to submit everything by the deadline, climb up the ladder every day, take small progress every day, you will definitely be there. You will have the best time of your life here at UIC, just like I did. And maybe you will be sitting here talking to other prospective students and telling them about how you had the best 4 years of your life here at UIC.
All right, I'm going to send it right back to Ashley real quick, and then we'll be back with you shortly.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Justin. And thank you, Palash. That was an awesome, awesome overview of kind of how UIC works and how undergraduate research is such an integral part. Couple of things I wanted to mention before we move on to our last spot. So first and foremost, Palash did a lot of research in the sciences. Keep in mind that research can be done across all disciplines at UIC. So I think that sometimes students who are focused on sciences and pre-health will automatically say, I am going to work in a lab studying DNA, studying a wide range of science topics. However, we see undergraduate research in every single area. So English, Russian, the humanities, the social sciences. So keep in mind, if you're interested in expanding outside of the sciences, those undergraduate research skills are important no matter what discipline you're looking to study. So definitely check out those resources that Sandra provided in the chat, and we can certainly answer any questions you may have about that throughout the presentation.
Thanks, Ashley, again. And just so again, to wrap up our session for today, we really want to make sure that you guys could see some of our spaces of where you're going to actually learn as a student here. And so we're just going to give you a tour of one of our sample biological sciences teaching laboratories. So again, I'm here with one of our great student leaders, Palash, to talk a little bit about what it's like to be in a laboratory with your fellow classmates here at UIC who are studying the sciences.
So this is how a lab at UIC is. This is a lab for BioS 120, which is population and communities. A lab is much more relaxed than a traditional classroom. It's being designed in a way that you are encouraged to work in groups, as I said earlier, which builds team working skills and also helps you get the hands-on experience, build relationships, get feedback, and also make new friends at your freshman year. We are doing all kinds of stuff here, all kinds of cool stuff here, such as learning about microscopes, gel electrophoresis, PCR, which is the polymerase chain reaction. You must have read that a lot during COVID-19. And so, yeah, it's just about learning what you are, it's about doing what you're learning during your lecture classes and get the hands-on experience. And it's loaded with all the new equipment, such as incubators, the microscopes, all types of new microscopes. And I love working in a lab because, as I said, it's much more relaxed, and you get the practical approach towards what you are learning in the classroom. So I hope to see you here one day soon.
Great. Thanks, Palash. Thank you to Sonia for spotlighting the Math and Science Learning Center. Thank you to Lena for spotlighting what it's like to be in one of our typical active learning classroom spaces here at UIC. We hope you guys had a really good time to learn a little bit more about what it's like to study in the sciences and in pre-health areas here at UIC. We have many wonderful faculty, advisors, fellow classmates here that are going to support your educational journey here at UIC to help you prepare for whatever your next steps might be after you graduate from UIC. That'll be the end of of our session for today, but we really hope that you're going to engage with us at other admitted student events, and we hope to see you this summer at orientation to help you get started in your journey here at UIC. So thanks again from UIC and our teaching laboratories and our Math and Science Learning Center and Active Learning Classroom spaces here at UIC. Have a great rest of your Saturday, and we're going to stop recording now, but we'll feel free to stay after and answer some more questions on Zoom and the chat feature. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care from UIC. Bye-bye.